is Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. Welcome to the Early Edge, powered by SportsLine, the only daily sports betting podcast in your feed before 11 a.m., and we do it in 10 minutes or less. And are you starting to feel it? That's Big Mo, momentum. On Tuesday, we were 4-2, and today we're going straight back to the pay window. We're going three wide, so let's bring in our cappers right now. Let's go bottom left. He is a DFS guru. He is the man. Mike McClure, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me. I can't wait for the three wide here with Mike also on the show with us today. It's going to be great.
Very good. And the man up in the right-hand corner, he just is stoic until he wants to take you to the pay window. He is Mike Barner. Mikey B, what's up?
Can't wait. We got a limited 6-game slate tonight, but still lots of fun wagers to consider.
It's never limited when you're cashing those tickets. And the man who's back, he took a day off on Tuesday, and my phone never stopped ringing. Where's the maestro? Where's the maestro? Larry Hartstein, you're back.
Let's do it. I needed a little refreshing break, but I'm ready to go.
Darth is ready to time the show. 10 minutes or less. Here we go, Darth. First game on our board. Hawks, Nets, NBA, Nets. -7, that according to our good friends at William Hill. The total, a robust 239. Mr. Barner, you start.
Yeah, I'll take the Hawks +7 in this game. The Nets do have arrested Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, but they won't have Spencer Dinwiddie for the rest of the season with a knee injury. Meanwhile, the Hawks have Clint Capella and Rajon Rondo back. That's big for their overall depth. They've won all 3 games this season, each by at least 8 points. I do think the Nets will win, but I think the Hawks will keep this close enough to where I like taking the points.
I love what Mike pointed out there. It's really all about the Atlanta depth for me with Clint Capella and Rondo coming back. Yes, the Nets are rested with Irving and Durant here, but this Hawks team is very deep. Just, we talk about how deep the Nets are this season. The Hawks are equally as deep here. I like them in this matchup and the way that they match up. John Collins really hasn't played well yet this season. I look for him to have his first real big game of the season, which is also why I'm going to take him on the over 1.5 assists here in this spot. He averages right around 2 for his career. But you mentioned that extreme total here. The pace of play here is going to lead to significantly more runouts, more opportunities to score, more opportunities for him to pick up assists. The Hawks keep it within the number. John Collins easily goes over 1.5 assists in this game.
You guys mentioned the total in the 240 area, and I love Kyrie to go off here. 25.5 is his prop. He's going to go over that. He averages 29.3 points. He's going to try to prove a point to Trae Young, and Trae Young, as great as he is, not a good defender. Go over 25.5 for Kyrie Irving.
Larry, you said the same thing the other day when it came to Kyrie Irving, and he went out and he popped 37. I think you're onto something this year. There's a lot of motivation for a lot of different reasons when we're talking about Kyrie Irving. All right, next game on the board for us, Hornets at the Mavs. Mavericks giving 8, the total 222.5, and 8:30 Eastern tip. Mr. B, let's go.
Yeah, my favorite player prop out of this game is Gordon Hayward over 22.5 points plus assists. He's really in an ideal statistical situation here with the Hornets. He's played at least 35 minutes in all 3 games this season. His 23.3% usage rate is his highest mark since his days with the Jazz. That enabled him to score 28 points exactly in 2 of their 3 games this season. He's got exactly 7 assists in each of their 3 games. At this number being only 22.5, he could easily blow by that.
I like the side in this game, and I'm going to look at the Mavericks coming off a 124-73 demolition of the Clippers. This is their first home game. We got a glimpse of what this team can do offensively. Josh Richardson is questionable with a calf. I think he's going to play. He had 21 points in 27 minutes, and Luka only played 26 minutes. He is totally rested. I just think the Mavs are going to put on a show in their first home game.
Well, speaking of a show, by the way, I failed to mention last night we had Russell Westbrook as a triple-double, plus 270. We cashed that ticket right here on the show. By the way, if you're not a SportsLine member, what are you waiting for? And we got the deal of a lifetime for you today. Use the promo code EDGE. That's right, EDGE. And you'll get 30 days for free. By then, you're going to be playing with house money. And all of our great handicappers are there, including these 3 that are on the show today. By the way, Barrett Sallee, on the SportsLine app, our #1 college football handicapper. He's on Oklahoma today, -5. That game on ESPN. Kyle Pitts, Trevon Grimes, they're not playing. Remember, before you place a wager on a bowl game, find out who is playing and who is not playing. That's been a big storyline in a lot of games so far this bowl season. Okay, next game on the board for us, college hoops. Mr. McClure, we're going to start with you. Butler +5 at Providence. That tip-off 5 Eastern on FS1. What do you like?
I love Butler +5, and so does Chief here in this matchup. So what's going on with Butler is they lost 3 games in a row. They've had some COVID and other issues that have kept them from playing at full strength, but this is a Providence team that they just beat. They're running it back. They're getting +5 here. Look for Bryce Golden to be the key for Butler in this game. And like I said, they're just completely undervalued after that stretch of 3 losses, while Providence is overvalued in the market after beating Seton Hall. So give me the points with Butler all day in this matchup.
And I'm going to look at a different game, and this is a really early tip. It's a noon Eastern tip. St. Joseph's 0-5. Nobody wants to bet on an 0-5 team, but they had a brutal non-conference schedule. They're at home. This is a fresh start conference play. It's just too many points. I'm going to grab the points, 8.5 with the Hawks.
I got to tell you, I'm one of the lucky ones because my phone actually has the Maestro's phone number in it. So I got these texts all day. And right now, if you're playing just his college basketball picks, 44-25 in his last 69 picks. That's a return for a $100 better of over $1,600. That's how good the Maestro has been in college hoops. All right, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Time to recap the picks from the show today. Starting in the NBA, both Mr. B and Mike McClure, they like the Hawks plus the 7, stay within the number against the Nets. In a prop bet on that game, John Collins over 1.5 assists. Also, the Maestro is on Kyrie Irving over 25.5 points. College football from the SportsLine app. Barrett Sallee loves Oklahoma. That game, the Cotton Bowl, minus the 5. Remember, Kyle Pitts, probably the best tight end receiver in the country, not playing tonight. That's a big, big deal. And then in college hoops, Mr. McClure loves Butler plus the points, +5. That according to William Hill against Providence. And Larry likes St. Joseph plus 8.5 against VCU. All right, you've got your marching orders, and we have ours. For Mr. B, Mikey Barner, and Mike McClure, the DFS guru, the Maestro, Larry Hartstein, and Jacob the jeweler who puts this entire diamond together. I'm your host, the coach. We'll see you right back here tomorrow morning because we're here 7 days a week, the only place for your daily early edge.